Okay, this is the first night ride I've done in a while. Feels good to get out. We're in Hot Springs, South Dakota. And we're gonna try to just go to Brook. I'll show you that area in the night. It's a lot of uphill, so it'll be a little boring, and I did it yesterday. My legs are wore out. It's a lot colder today. It's probably about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll definitely give you a tour of all of Hot Springs one of these days, well, at least the downtown area. I am gonna run this, so there's no cars. It's a town of 3,500 people. Very small. Right up ahead is Evans Plunge. It's an indoor hot springs, like pool, saunas, a couple of hot tubs, weightlifting. I go there daily since I've been here, except they're closed on Tuesdays. So here I am, riding my bike instead. Whew. What I'm trying to do, wow, I didn't realize how cold it was going to be with my fingers and my head. It might be time for a beanie. Anyways, what I was trying to do is I'm going to practice for bike packing the Mickelson Trail. I got my other bike in the shop that I'm converting to a bike packing. I just ordered a portable pump from Crank Brothers. I've got a spare tube. I don't really have a repair kit. See, I like the mountain bike I'm on right now. Tubeless tires, man. Whew. I'm already feeling it. It will be slow going up the hills. I'm out of shape, as always. Cold Brook to the left. Oh, I love this light, by the way. It's a beast. I don't know what setting this is on, but let's check it out. That's the lowest setting, medium, and high. I think it's pretty good. I have a backup light with me as well. Not that I need it, but I'm just kind of preparing for the backpacking trick or bike packing trip, which should be mostly during the day, but you never know how motivated I'll get. My previous bike, well, my other bike is in the shop. Somebody rear-ended me, and I was being super nice, saying, "Oh, don't worry about it. Looks like there's no damage, except for this bike rack, probably a $35 piece." I hit him up after because I never checked, 2.5 weeks. I was like, "Yeah, just so you know, the only thing that's broken is oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention where I'm going. The only thing that's broken is this little foot stand saddle, tire saddle, $35. He sent me Venmo, $35. Great, I didn't need it. I just figured hey, you rear-ended me, dude, you know? But of course, a month passed before I even checked my damn bike out. Anyways, the entire rear wheel was annihilated. The reason why I didn't check is because I was in the middle of moving and everything was packed, chained up, locked up. I don't think I'm supposed to take that left. Maybe I should check. Let's check. But anyways, I'm sure it's going to cost me, I don't know, a couple $100 easily. I procrastinated so bad today. I've been doing good, but today, Hidden Lake, RV site, that's not it. I was doing so good, and today I just, after work, I was watching van life videos over and over again because I haven't quite determined who the heck I am and what I actually like. I figured, you know what? Let me just wear myself out tonight. Do a little bit of this. Let my Strava people know I'm still active. Yeah, we're still on main roads, but you can see there's not many cars. One car here and there. It's I think it's about 7:40 p.m. and grandma gear is coming up, man. I'm already wore out. Now we're about to hit some gravel. It is October 3rd, maybe. Oh yeah, grandma gear. I like the elevation though. One day, I want to do this without getting out of breath. I took it up. Hoo-wee. Come on. Wow. I am really out of shape. Sorry. Still uphill. Yeah, I'm just gonna do maybe 6 miles today. But as you can see, first mile's all uphill. Yeah. I'd love to say I'm almost there, but I can't tell. I bet during the winter, it's dead all the way through. Come November, there'll be nobody here. Oh yeah, still going up. going up, but not as steep. So I'm able to catch my breath. Trying out my GoPro 11 with my DJI portable mic system again. The hardest part is when you can't sync them correctly or auto sync. I don't get it. If the dates are off on your device, forget about auto syncing. Final Cut Pro will read those two dates differently. Forget about synchronizing audio peaks and troughs. It's like, oh, different date. There's no way they're gonna sync up. So just keep that in mind if you're gonna do something like this. Sync the dates, give Final Cut Pro a fighting chance, I guess. Or just do it manually. Here we go. A little bump here. I didn't know how big that bump was. Well, who am I kidding? I'm on a gravel road on a mountain bike. I can handle anything. Yay! Going back up's gonna be fun. Nah, good one, I'd say, huh? I'm just doing a quick light one though. Giving the old light a test. It's been a while. Oh, the good thing about this light too is USB-C charged, and the light comes apart. You can take it off, but even without taking it off, you can use the other end of the battery to charge your phone or whatever. Oh, I remember this part yesterday. I was like, man, I'm doing a lot of pedaling for being flat. It's not really that flat though, because on the way back it's such a cruise going down it. It's a nice break before you get to the uphill again. Anyways, here we go. We'll get there, we'll see the lake. I'll probably just go to the first part of the lake, head back. Oh, 3 miles in, 3 miles back. Easy ride. After you conquer the hill first, and then you got it. I still use the Work Outdoors app. I don't know, I just like it. Well, I'll be honest, on gravel I typically don't wear a helmet. I must say, I think it's time to get a beanie. My ears are cold. I've yet to repair a tube on a trail. To tell you the truth, I don't think I could. I don't know if I even brought the tools. About, like I said, 3 miles in, 3 miles out. Yeah, it might take me 45 minutes to walk my ass back to an hour. But that's all right. Whew. Let's breathe. I don't miss the cold. If I just do this every day, that hill should not bother me so much. I just started back up on cardio. Give me a break. As I've said 25 times over. It's a little freaky out here by yourself. I think I'm more afraid of humans than anything though. I don't know if rattlesnakes are out in the winter. I hope not, because I do a lot of solo stuff because I have not made any hiking friends yet. But I will. I will. Part of my little, oh yeah, some speed, it's slick, but I like it. Whoop. Oh, I think that was the first part of the lake. I guess we're going to the second part of the lake now. I couldn't refuse the downhill. There's a raccoon. I'm such a scaredy cat. I am such a scaredy cat. Every little animal scares me. Well, part of my little journey here. Oh God, look at this hill. Part of my little journey, besides finding myself out here, is kind of cleansing my body, eating better, drinking way less, and doing all that, focusing. It's making me realize a lot of the friendships that I lost. So preoccupied with other toxins. But I know I can regain it all with commitment to the cause. I'm at that point where small talk is fun. It's interesting. Learning about people. And really soaking it in. Here's the lake coming up. I missed the first entry I meant to do. That's all right. We just hit 3 miles. What's another 3 to come back? Especially when it's a lot of downhill. I'm gonna try to point you to the lake here. God, you can't see anything. Oh, not much to see. Let's test this out again. Ah, there's one brighter. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, so I'll go with the brightest this time. This light's a beast, man, like I told you. Well, we're gonna head back. Got a little bit of exercise in today, so far. Tomorrow I'll hit the weights a little bit. I am probably gonna live here in this area for at least 6 more months. Maybe about 7 months actually. More at least. My big plans change all the time. I'm like, oh, I need a Toyota 4Runner. No. I want a Tacoma. I want to pull something. I'm going to really pull. You know, if I'm going to pull a trailer, I can sleep in that. What, by myself? Then I'm like, no, I want to do van life. Like, wait, no, maybe I want to be established. And, you know, be stable. Just live cheap out here. Pay off some debt. Maybe save for a down payment on a house. I'm telling you, every day my mind just goes nuts. But today, my plan is to rent out a place for the winter, 6 months. November to May, or the end of April. Pretty cheap. Hang out with the kiddo. And I'm gonna go buy a cheap van. So I was all about the, hey, I want a nice one. Then I realized, you know what? let's make it a hobby first. I'll build it out, I'll play with it. And if I spend, you know, $4,000 on a van and it doesn't work out, maybe sell it, get some of that money back. But it's a hobby. I get to go in it. And when it's even a quarter done, it'll be usable for like weekend trips. You know, I don't have to have it masterfully built. So that's my plan, is keep the car, buy a cheap van, about $4,000 with cash, build it out over the course of 6 months with no tools. So I'll be scrambling for that. And frankly, not a lot of space to work. But if my plans go the way they are, and the van works and it's ready to go, and I want to get out of here, I'm gonna give my vehicle to my son and drive the van away and go live in the woods for a little bit, slash I'll probably have to make a base at my sister's. If you think about the math, let's say you spend $12,000 on a van. Like, oh, it's gonna save me rent. Not really. Not that first year. Because imagine you paid $1,000 a month for that van versus $1,000 for rent. You have to live in your van for a year before you get your return. So the second year, it may be more profit, minus your gas, maintenance, all that. Who knows? I'm certainly not the expert for a guy that has no van, who's just rambling. Oh well, I can dream. And this cleansing that I'm doing really helps me think about the decisions I'm making. Are they consequential? Are they not? Is it going to add stability or reduce stability? Is it going to make me happy or make me miserable and stressed? To me, the most stressful part, or the first most stressful, is making sure that I continue to be well employed while working from a van. I don't typically want people to know that I'm in a van from my work life. And B, when I do, if I ever settle down with the right person, which I hope would be okay with the van, but perception, the type of people I like, at my age, probably own their own house and their own van already. It's not a comparison game though, I get that. But anyways, while I'm in the van, if I could pull a year off, I'll be happy. Maybe 2 years if I do a little bit of short-term rentals in between, just to kind of get my ground in again. Or if the van breaks down, you know. I'm hoping that's going to help me with a down payment on something small. I don't need anything big. Nice 800 square feet house would be bigger than I can imagine. I could do 600 square feet, no problem. But I do imagine having 2 people with me, plus a guest bed or my kid's bed if he comes back to visit. You know, well, here's that downhill part where I didn't know it was even uphill. I was like, damn, it must be wind. No, it was straight uphill. Probably just like 2% grade or something, but it counts. I need this though because we're about to hit a hill that's pretty long. Boy, I talked your butt off on this one, didn't I? I think we're at, oh man. I wish this watch would not have buttons where my wrist can hit them. I'm gonna have to go. With the Work Outdoors app, you can lock it, and I just never lock it. But I think from now on, I'm gonna have to lock the screen. It's just not. It'd just be disappointing if you're on like some really long trip. I don't know, say 100 miles, and you didn't even realize your watch wasn't even recording. Don't get me wrong, nothing beats reality and like, hey, I did it. The memory's in my head. But you know, it's nice to capture it. It gives you a little bit of motivation. I like to see my progress. I don't overanalyze any of it because this is a pure here and there hobby, as they say. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none. So, but whatever I do, even though I haven't done it for 20 years or I haven't been doing it, I do try to do it to kind of an extreme for my ability level. You know, like I didn't ride for months. Then I signed up for this 50-mile race through the trails in Florida. And I did it in like 5 hours. But it's like, I need that next level, that goal to move up to. I hate climbing hills, but you know what? When you're in Colorado or you're in Pisgah and you see those people that are local flying right by you up the hill, not even panting, you know it's possible. You just gotta condition yourself and practice. Whew. Okay. I think we got another downhill, uphill, then downhill. And one of these, I'll go pretty fast. I bet you I'll go 40, maybe 35. I don't know, it's dark. I don't know if I want to do that. We'll see how I feel. I mean, I like going down. I'm doing it. Hopefully I slide well. Hopefully a deer doesn't come out. Now that I say that, I'm slowing down. Ha! I'm actually worried about a deer more than anything. Man, if I was with a group, I would like to really cruise this one. I have nobody to call. I have no good beacon. So I'll take it easy. I will say, gotta love the light. I hope you can hear me with all this wind. Oh yeah. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, everyone. This is Hot Springs, South Dakota, town of 3,500. Yes, the entire downtown's under construction for the past 2 years. And it's 2023. But I think it's gonna grow here. I think so. Despite the cold, miserable winters and the wind. Oh. Hope you enjoyed that gravel tour. Sorry you couldn't see the lake, but I'll do another one in the day. Whew. I am warmed up now. I kind of don't want to quit. Same time, I I should probably clean up my house. Never ending, man. Never ending. I've been becoming more and more of a minimalist. Tossing everything I really truly don't use. It's a little hard sometimes because there's no foundation, there's no stability. But what I want to do is make memories with people more than with my possessions. The problem I have is I don't have many people in my life right now. I hope to make some friends here soon or something. But I'm good. I've got the things I need right now. I've got food. I've got some going out money here and there. I've got my trusty bike. I'm about to get my second bike back, my bike packing back. I got a gym membership. All that I told you earlier for $42 a month. It's only closed on Tuesdays. I go work out, jump in the hot water or the pool, the indoor pool, and then I jump in the hot tub, take a shower, do whatever I want afterwards. Anything I want, for the most part. My living quarters right now are pretty crappy. So I don't really have my son over very often just because he's too loud. And it's like, he's just doesn't know how to be quiet. I don't know, maybe it's my fault. I should just tell him to be quiet. We'll watch a movie, you know? Either way, like I said, I'm gonna rent this place down the street for at least 6 months, maybe a year. And it's literally walkable. And I think we'll have better bonding time during that. I mean, I take him out driving. We go get ice cream, grab a quick bite to eat. But it's like never like, hey, hang out at the house, you know, because it's not really the place I'm at, it's temporary. Because I just moved here looking for a permanent place. Almost there. There's that 6 I told you about. I need to do maintenance. My gears are skipping. Ah, crap. Ugh. All right. Last few seconds to breathe easy. Turn that down. That's that. Well, thanks for the ride. Over and out.